Hey there, it's been a minute. This is Dr. DeLopo, and I wanted to send a little video on motivating some of my patients and maybe some of my friends, but this is especially for my patients. And why do I want to share this? Because some of you have been discussing about how you're not happy with your lives. You're not satisfied with some things going on, and that you want to achieve some certain things outside of work. And it's like, well, one day I'll learn piano, or one day I'll take a martial arts class, or one day I'll write this book. And then when I share some things that I'm doing, some of you are a little impressed by it. And I want you to know that you have to appreciate where you're at and be gentle on yourself, and just know, like, you can work towards your goal. It's like 5 minutes to an hour every day. You don't have to do everything all at once. You just do things in little bits, for example, with the jiu-jitsu I do, I'm not at the pace that everyone else is in, but I've stayed steady and I've stayed with it, and it's been 11 years and I'm still doing it, and now I'm at where I'm at. And I just had the opportunity to promote my younger 2 kids to their next belt, and it was very satisfactory. It was very satisfying, and it felt very good. And one thing that keeps me motivated is that I'm not in a rush. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm just, I'm not trying to compare myself to other people. There are other things that I do that just slow and steady. There's a book I've been writing. I'm really pleased where I'm at, but I'm not feeling like I gotta rush, because I also work. That's why I'm standing in front of my office. Everything is in little chunks. And so what I want you to get from this is, I'm making this video on the fly, so I didn't have anything written down. But what I want you to get from this is that you can, like one of you was just telling me, I used to play piano really well. Well, I play violin, and I don't get to practice all the time because I'm focusing on other things like work and, other things, but then I get to play sometimes. And so I feel like just even practicing once in a while satisfies that craving. So I think sometimes you guys think, oh, when I go play piano, I gotta like dedicate every day. And if you're working as a teacher, if you have a job, if you're doing this, if you're a mom, it can really feel, especially when we have kids, like, our life is on hold. And yeah, many parts of our lives is on hold, but it's okay, because there are many people who don't have kids, and they would love to put their life a little bit on hold to be a mom. I had 2 new women who come in today. One was a Harvard graduate. She's working in her field, and one is a lawyer, and she's working in her field, and they're working on baby number 1. And they're in this paradox in life where they're, working, but they're not fulfilled yet because they're not a mother. So for those of us who are moms, let's look at where we're at and say, I'm grateful to be where I'm at. Just because I'm not a violin virtuoso right now doesn't mean I can't do it later. Just because you're not playing piano right now doesn't mean you can't later. You can honestly pick it up later. It's not like dance where, you probably can't be a ballet dancer later just because of your, as our body gets older. But if you do a little bit at a time, even if you wanted to do ballet, you can still do a little. I've heard of people who are able to do things. I don't think it's so much, it doesn't help us to say, well, I'm not this. George Eliot said, it's never too late to be what you might have been. So, okay, I'm a 3-stripe purple belt, and by now I probably should be at least a brown or even a black belt. I know someone who got a black belt in 9 years, and guess what? She trained 6 days a week for 9 years, 6 days a week for 9 years, except for when she was on vacation. And what she had to do to get there I know what she had to do because she told me, and what she had to do to get through the pain and all the physical, you know, it can be physically challenging. And she chose to not be a mom, and that's the cost. So where you're at in life, be happy with that. And just know it's never too late to be what you might have been. It doesn't serve us to say, well, I could have done this, I could have done that. Look at, you know, one of my exit strategies one day is to join a mariachi band. And that's gonna be fun when that time comes. But right now, I'm not in a mariachi band. When the time comes, I'm gonna go back to theater, do some acting and have some fun. But right now, that's not where I'm at. Why am I sharing this video? Because I can feel the anguish and the hurt in some of your voices that I'm not doing what I wanna do. Well, guess what? You're a mom, and let's be at peace with being a mom, and let's be at peace with healing, whatever it is that we need to heal, and just know that the things we want in life will come. We just gotta be, you'll hear this a lot in my videos, you gotta be gentle with yourself, be gentle with the fact that it will come. And just look at your kids and just know, I'm so grateful to be their mom. My daughter's in college and I don't get to see her every day. So I'm relishing the time with my 12 and 5-year-olds. And I can't go back and be a better mom to her. I can be a better mom now, but I can't go back and take back that time. So for those of us who are moms, let's just be gentle ourselves and go with the ride and just say, I'm so grateful for this time, and have no regrets, have 0 regrets. All right, so if you want to play piano, if you want to take a martial art, or if you want to play a sport, you can do it. And it's okay if it's not professional right now. And it's okay if it'll never be a professional situation. But the grass is also not greener on the other side. Just, you know, do a little bit at a time. You can write your book 5 minutes to 30 minutes a day. Just write 50 words, 100 words, whatever it is. Even if it's 1 sentence, just like the Healing with Whole Foods book. Just write 1 sentence, just read 1 sentence. And that feeling of accomplishment is a lot more than if you were to not do it. Does that make sense? All right. So this is my business. This is me, Elements in Harmony, acupuncture.com. This is Dr. DeLopo. Thanks for checking out this video. Take care.